So, at the beginning of this video, I know I just kind of like didn't talk at all and we just jumped into all the recipes. But I didn't mention that this video is actually sponsored by Potent Organics. Yay, it's my first ever like sponsored video. And I'm just over the moon about it. I'm working with Potent on a lot of different projects right now and I can't wait for all of them to come out. I am just beyond excited. So that's just like one little bit of news. But now I just kind of want to talk about why I made it, because there is like an actual like real reason behind the whole video. So obviously this whole video is about how to incorporate Potent Organics supplements into recipes that you make every day, and just showing you different recipes, ideas that you can make for yourself to eat that are healthy and where you can easily add in a lot of extra nutrients using Potent Organic products. And that's kind of what I want to talk about, is the pros and cons to adding Potent Organics products into meals rather than just taking the pills. Now, there are a couple reasons that I think adding these into recipes is really nice. For one, some people do have a hard time swallowing pills. I'm not one of those people, but if you can't really take pills, you don't really have to avoid supplements. You can still add in these things that give you health benefits all the time. You just break open the capsule, pour it into a recipe, and you've got it. And one thing that I think is a huge plus to putting it in a recipe is I feel like it's easier for your body to absorb the supplement quicker and more efficiently than if it's trying to break down the capsule and everything, because like the capsules are good for you. They're 100% plant-based, like they're not going to hurt you at all, but your body does have to take a little bit of extra time to break that down. Whereas if you just pour like your maca powder into that smoothie or into your different recipe right away, your body gets that right away and it doesn't have to do most of that extra step of breaking it down. So you kind of take a step out of it and make it easier for your body to digest and to handle, and you get more immediate effects of these supplements. Another thing is I find it super easy to forget to take my supplements, or just like, you know, you set it on your bedside table like I'm going to take this, and then one night you just don't, and then the next day you just kind of don't, and all of a sudden you're just not in the habit anymore. But when you're in a habit of making it into a recipe, you just look at it as one of those key ingredients. Because like when you're making lasagna, you don't forget the noodles, you know? So when you're making like turmeric falafels, you don't forget the turmeric. So it just, in your mind, you think of it more as a, I need this to create the recipe, rather than a, oh, if I get around to taking it, I will, but it's not the end of the world if I don't. And so I think it's a good way to incorporate those pills into your diet without having to like overthink it or anything. And it's just a way that's like, if you put it into a recipe, you have to add it in the recipe because that's part of the recipe, you know? So it's less optional, I guess. And so it just makes it easier to take those. And another thing I love about adding it into a recipe rather than just taking the pill is I just like to see what different combinations I can create, and how it's just really interesting that you don't just have to sit around swallowing handfuls of supplements, you know, which, like, I don't know, I just feel like it's so different when you put in the powder into a recipe than when you take the, like, 2 pills. Like, obviously follow the serving size and everything, but, which is 1 to 2 pills for most things. But there are so many ways that you can use all these different supplements, and it's not like maca is the only one you can put into recipes. You can use the cinnamon, obviously, turmeric. You can pour the apple cider powder into something. There are so many ways to use these supplements that, because they are ingredients still, and we need to think of them as ingredients and not just some pill to help your diet, because it's truly about your inside health, and it's about boosting your overall nutrition, which you do through food and through eating. And so I think it really helps bring it back to you mindful about your eating, because you're thinking about, why am I putting this in there? What is it going to help me with? What thing am I trying to compensate for? Like when I poured the spirulina into the smoothie, it was to make sure that I could get all my nutrients from my deep, like dark leafy greens that I could, in case like later on I would forget to eat a salad, or I just didn't get around to eating a salad that day. So I think that's really one of the things I love so much about it, is there's so much diversity, and it helps you to think about what you're putting into your body and why you're putting it into your body. And it really gives you an alternative way to use these pills without feeling like you just have to take them, like you're using them for a specific purpose. So that is kind of why I wanted to make this video the way I did, and why I wanted to show you 4 different recipes using 4 individual like pairings and sets, or just supplements themselves, because there are so many ways you can use so many different supplements that Potent makes. So don't feel limited when you're on their website. You need to find things that make you feel the healthiest. And so yeah, those are just a few of my reasons why this video is important to me, and why I wanted to clear up, so you guys could know kind of why it makes a lot of sense to add these into your everyday recipes rather than just taking the pills, which is also effective. I just feel like this way is more effective, I guess, when you can do it in a recipe or something. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. It means the world to me when you guys watch these videos and definitely go check out Potent Organics website. And if you are inspired to try any of these recipes, please let me know what you think when you do. And if you want to make your own recipe and then tag me in the post about it, and I will feature it on my page, try it out myself. Yeah, so I mean, I'm just thrilled to make these videos and be working more and more with Potent Organics and be diving in. So thank you for your support. All of this was made possible because of you guys, and yeah, I hope you guys all have the best day. I love you so much.